Welcome to the Honey Song. All the rabbits of the Between Burrow know about the honey song. The honey song is the life force of nature, the beautiful springtime and bountiful harvests. It's winter's deep notes of hibernation and summer's twittering melodies of birds. All creatures take part in the honey song, but more importantly, all creatures keep their time to the buzzing of the bees. Without bees, there would be no fruit and no food, and the honey song would find its end. So, you guys are rabbits in the Between Burrow. The Between Burrow was founded by a group of wandering rabbits when their journey became too long as they migrated to another warren. The Between Burrow is next to a large meadow, a forest, a small stream, a highway, and a farm. And it's set into a low hill. So, yeah, that's where we find ourselves today.
Lovely.
I'll let you guys introduce your characters first before we move on to the questions.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it, though.
So, my rabbit is named Dewdrop. He's a buck. His looks is that he has a lean body, unusual color fur, which means I imagine that he has the spots that you normally would see on those cute little rabbits with white and black, with like black spots, but instead it is a black rabbit with bluish gray, or as they say in rabbits, blue fur, blue spots. And then he also has only one ear. And he has his character move is the tooth and claw. When you put up a fight, roll plus strong. On a +10, they take a scar if they don't flee. On 7 to 9, you both take a scar if you don't flee.
Hell yeah.
I love you, that.
Alright, so I am actually playing two characters because I took the group move Quite the Pair. You may play an additional rabbit, but only one of the two may advance each chapter. And I'll explain which one. The one that will not be advancing is Nutmeg. She is a very old rabbit, probably nearing the length of her life. She is pretty frail. She has sleek gray and white fur, kind of like spotted all over her, long ears. And she goes around with her grandson, who his name is Bramble. He is this tiny little rabbit, this runt of a rabbit.
Alright, so I am playing a rabbit named Clover. Clover is this massive, big, fat, orb of a rabbit. They're white and yellow. They have kind of blondish yellow fur. They're huge. They're easily twice or 3 times the size of every other rabbit in the warren, I think. They're just ridiculously big. They're a stocky rock. They're a rock that thinks it's a rabbit, pretty much.
Amazing.
I took Not Scared of You. When you take this move, hold 1. When you encounter a predator, you may spend your hold to say how you have bested this type of predator before. You no longer have to resist panic when you deal with this type of predator.
Oh, nice.
And I chose
Use that one carefully.
Yeah, I chose it to
You only get one of those.
Yeah, I chose it to represent Clover not giving a damn. Their highest stat is steady, and the only other thing they have a bonus to is strong. They don't care. They're just like those rabbits that just sit.
Nice.
This is Clover.
Speaking of steady and stats and stuff, for our listeners, we are playing the Warren, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse system that has a couple different things. Instead of 5 stats, there's only 4. Strong, swift, steady, and shrewd. And one interesting thing about the Warren is it's one of those world-building kind of games, but it's also a role-play game. So everyone's going to have an opportunity to kind of create things in this world. And that's going to happen through these questions I'm about to ask. So let's get on to those questions. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's a fun one. What stories have been collected as rabbits travel through the Between Burrow to the next one? This is going to be a lot of on the spot, just making stuff up, but it's just to flesh out the world and just for fun.
I think I've got an idea, but I want to give everyone else a chance first.
I mean, we can each say one, like tell a story.
Yeah.
I I think for mine, there's gonna be like more like rumors. I don't know how close we are to human civilization, but I feel like out here in the meadows, we don't probably see them too often, but maybe every once in a while. But maybe like
there is a farm next to you, but
okay, yeah.
Like
so there's like rumors
it's
of
one
these
farm, so.
giant furless creatures that walk around and like tend to animals in fields, but we don't know why. We don't know if they're like trapping animals and keeping them there, if they're like free, and like we don't know whether to be afraid of them or kind to them, if they're kind to us. And so it's just kind of these scary rumors going around and stories to tell the children to keep them in line.
Nice.
Okay.
And you all don't have to, everyone doesn't have to give an answer if you don't want to.
Rabbit children get sent to
The farm.
Naughty rabbit children get sent to the two legs.
That's what I was about. Oh, I got a flashback to Warrior Cats. Please don't ever.
Oh, God.
God.
I have been making so many internal Warrior Cats references.
This is exactly
I just want you to know.
Warrior Cats.
It's just Warrior Cats, but rabbits.
Oh no. Okay, I don't have anything, so you can go ahead, Haley.
So I think one day a rabbit that came into the in-between burrow that was just passing through started telling everyone about the Glen. And the Glen is rabbit heaven.
I love this.
Basically, this like haggard rabbit came and started talking about this perfect paradise glen where all the rabbits that live in perfect harmony. It's this wonderful utopia where there's never bad weather, there are never predators, there's always enough to eat, your litters always survive. Like, it's just all the stuff that you would imagine a rabbit would describe rabbit having.
The grass is always green and lush.
Yes, but only the very best rabbits get to go to the Glen.
Another story to tell the children to be good.
And so this rabbit is traveling the world, spreading news of the Glen, so that they will let him in.
He's a religious man.
Due to his hard labor. Yes, he is an emissary for the Glen. Yes.
Rabbit religion. I like it.
But yeah, I think that's a good,
it's a good contrast
intro.
to have, the good stories to tell the children, the scary stories to tell the children.
Yeah, I definitely had a different one lined up of a horrible monster, and then you did the horrible monster one, and I was like, all right. Well, they can't both be about horrible monsters.
I really like the Evan one, the Glen.
Yeah. Only good rabbits get to go to the Glen.
And the bad rabbits go to the farm.
Yeah, the bad rabbits are sent to the two legs, where they get eaten.
Presumably.
For the listeners, if you guys listened to one of the past lunch breaks, I believe we mentioned that I was planning to do this earlier, and I was going to make an entire season. And it was going to be a lot of rabbits dying and making new characters.
Oh my god. I remember us talking about what we were doing. We started creating this cult system and this religion that worshiped the sun. And oh my gosh.
It's not the craziest thing. I ran this with some friends. They made a cannibal bunny.
Just whack.
Yeah, that spirit is what guided the Glen short story, but I think, we want to keep in the spirit of this game and what Rowan was going for. And so we won't do the sun cult.
Why not?
But we will have, because it's not what this game is. It's just not.
It could be.
But it's not. It could be, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Reese, did you have an answer you would like to give for the stories, or
I
do we
would
want to move on to
say-
the next question?
No, I think I have something.
All right, let's hear it.
It's a dark tale that the adolescent rabbits, not the baby rabbits, the adolescent ones will tell each other to try to freak them out a bit or dare them to do something.
It's creepypasta.
No! Why would you
It's
do
like-
this?
Spooky stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, it's scary stories, but not creepypasta. Damn it.
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
And it's basically there are sounds in the woods, and it's not like regular animals you hear. It's not like the wolves, but instead it sounds like a baby crying, and
Oh no.
they can't, and they don't know what it is, but they say that sometimes you can hear the soft patter at night, and you hear the strangled squeaks of the mice around the field.
Oh no.
And they don't know what it is, but they will say it. They say it must be 3 rabbits tall because no one has ever seen it and lived to tell the tale.
Okay, can I step out of the rabbit mindset real quick?
Yeah.
You're definitely just talking about an owl, right? Like, full stop, it's just like a bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
They don't
Okay.
know what it is. They don't know what it
Okay.
is, though.
I'm glad you know. You did a really good job of setting that up, and I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, they don't know what it is.
Because they don't heckin' know an owl has got to be the spookiest shit to a bunny.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I'm glad y'all like it, though.
Oh, that gave me chills. I did not like that.
Yeah, I did my job because I was like, nah. If I have this character who's kind of dark, I need to make a scary story.
And this is why I did the Glen.
That's amazing.
Okay.
So, what kinds of resources does the Warren rely on for food?
I feel like, what kind of area do we think this is? Do we think it's like a little opening in a field with like grass and stuff that we're in?
I wasn't. If
That
we're
sounds
by
about right.
yeah.
We're near a farm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're near a farm, and I would say if there's enough that like we've trees and stuff, I imagine it's like there's a forest nearby, and we're like in this little field. We're like right between a farm and a
Yeah.
forest.
I was thinking that we were like in this area just into the forest, just barely into the forest, a few trees in. And like I was thinking maybe there would be like a half circle of like berry bushes around where we are, and so we could eat berries and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Googling what rabbits eat like this exact second.
I know. I was about to be like, am I
They're
gonna?
vegetarians. They can eat basically anything that is fruit or vegetable.
I like the idea that we're near some water.
You are
Oh,
next
yes,
to a stream.
definitely.
I did mention that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like I think the stream leads out of or to like a bigger body of water, like a lake or a pond or something. No, yeah, I like pond better. Like I think the stream leads to a
Yeah.
pond or something.
Yeah, stream with a
You know?
pond, but the rabbits think it's this big.
Oh yeah, it's an ocean to
Yeah.
a rabbit.
Maybe it's like halfway between us and the farm.
Maybe. Or it runs along, like, since we're right by a forest, it runs along the forest, so it's like almost like
Yeah.
it separates the farm and the forest so that there's like fresh water right nearby the
Oh,
farm.
yeah. And that's why no one can go over to see what the humans are about.
Yeah, that giant.
Can't get across the stream.
Yeah, because we don't want to die in the water.
Oh,
Yep.
that goes along with the story of the humans. Like, they stay on their side, we stay on our side, and we're all good.
All right.
What do rabbits eat?
During warmer seasons, rabbits will eat weeds, grasses, clover, wildflowers, flower, and vegetable plants. When the weather turns cold, rabbits will munch on twigs, buds, bark, conifer needles, and any remaining green plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they're probably, because I thought about it, I was like, yeah, we're probably by some flowers. We'd probably eat some wildflowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're in a meadow.
Exactly.
There are
hmm
tons of flowers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
And that's a part of the honey song. Like, all of the bees get attracted to this meadow. All right. Relationship question. We'll move on to one of those. Who is another rabbit in the Warren you like to hang out with? This can be an NPC. This can be one of the other characters. Just kind of another question to flesh out the world.
No.
Oh.
Everything I've established about Dewdrop absolutely screams loner.
Well,
You can totally say loner.
Yeah, everything about Dewdrop just screams loner.
Well, obviously Bramble and Nutmeg hang out together.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it can be an NPC, and it doesn't like necessarily have to be linked to you. Like,
I feel like Bramble probably has a few other baby rabbits that he hangs out with, and like
yeah,
he doesn't stray far from Nutmeg because that's just like that's his anchor. He always comes back to her.
Is she the babysitter of the Warren?
Maybe, yeah.
Being one of the older ones that can't forage.
Yeah, she could probably be the babysitter. So like she'll take care of all the newly borns.
But it's the nanny. She's the nanny.
She is the nanny.
That's amazing.
I think Clover probably likes to hang out with another really big rabbit whose name is like, shoot, I need some good rabbit names. What's like a good stocky boy rabbit name?
Oak.
Oh, that's a good one. Oak. If not Oak.
Chestnut?
Chestnut, yeah. I like Chestnut. There's another really big, darker furred rabbit in the community whose name is Chestnut. And Clover and Chestnut are like the big rabbits.
They just kind of watch.
Yeah, they're like the ones that are like, oh, we need a big rabbit to go get
They're
Clover.
the two dudes sitting on the front porch. Like
Exactly. Yes, thank you.
Drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. They're just like chewing on a long strand of grass.
Yeah,
How dare you assume they eat?
Buck is Dewdrop is. I genuinely just see Dewdrop is like if this Dewdrop was a person, he'd be the one at the bar, with the beer at the corner smoking a cigarette.
We're getting too anthropomorphic here.
I know, but I'm like,
I love how we're all just like, yes, rednecks.
No.
They're rabbits.
We're rabbits in a field. We're all technically rednecks.
We're moving on to the situational questions. What season is it right now?
I want to say spring or summer.
I also was gonna say spring.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Spring?
Yeah, I would say
right.
spring.
That's when all the babies are usually born. This is the time.
I was gonna say babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers are blooming. The berries are in bloom. They're coming out. Grass is all green now.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot to say this. I did make one rabbit for the Warren so far. Their name is Thicket. She is she's a rabbit that delegates tasks and kind of determines what the Warren's priorities are. She's kind of the leader, but like there's no official leader. But yeah.
I see the burrow is a democracy.
Small village, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, so now we've got 2 rabbits in the burrow that we know of, and then some extra little babies.
Yeah, a lot of babies.
Babies!
Alright, so, situational question. Why are you all away from the Warren?
Oh, shit.
Are we?
Why are we away from the Warren?
Do we mean like, are we all together but away from the Warren, or just in general?
I assume so. Why are you all
know what?
together right now, away from the Warren?
You know what it is? One of the baby rabbit was dared by one of the other baby rabbits to go looking for the monster, and they haven't come back.
Oh no!
And so we were sent out to go get the little rabbit that's off wandering around looking for the monster.
Oh no!
And that explains why the grandma is there, and that explains why the 2 rowdy boy rabbits.
I know, yeah, I was gonna be like,
what if Bramble was the one who dared them, and that's why Bramble's here, because he's like, I did this!
Oh no!
This is my fault!
Yeah, that sounds right.
I love it. Alright, so, that's why you are all away from the Warren, so what are you doing right now?
I think Bramble keeps like hopping away from the group really quickly and then hopping back really quickly, just like going out trying to call their name. They like come back and it's just like it's too scary.
Yeah, we're looking.
We're looking for a baby.
We're looking for the baby. I think we're just searching through like a field right now. We're heading towards like a more heavily wooded area.
So you're still in the meadow mostly, but
Yeah, we're still in the meadow, but I think that's a good shot of a group of bunnies in like a field with some trees off on the horizon.
all right.
What's the name of the bunny we're looking for?
Let's look at that list of names.
I was gonna say, let's look at the names. Hold on.
Basil!
Basil!
Oh, we're looking for Basil, Bramble's best friend.
All right, Basil. So you guys are looking for Basil.
Baby Basil!
I think Nutmeg is kind of just like, I don't know whether she would be at the front or the back. Probably the front because this is a kid that she was supposed to be looking after and now is gone. So she's just like kind of in the front of the group, hopping along slowly, trying to look everywhere in bushes and stuff while Bramble runs back and forth frantically.
Riley, you have any idea where Clover? Because I feel like Clover and Dewdrop would like kind of assign. If Nutmeg's in the front, then I would say Dewdrop might be in between, kind of looking out at the sides.
So here's the thing. Clover has -1 Swift. So Clover is definitely behind everyone else and is just kind of like slowly hopping his way towards where everyone else is.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Dewdrop is definitely in between, kind of like will like jut out to the sides to look and then jump back in because there are only 4 of us and we are rabbits.
It's true.
So Dewdrop is not going to stray too far, even though Dewdrop isn't exactly the smartest person either.
Dewdrop knows what's up.
Dewdrop's an idiot, though. Out of all of them, Dewdrop is the dumb one.
You're also the second fastest person here.
I know, I almost made him the fastest, but...
So you guys are wandering through the meadow, and are you headed anywhere in particular?
Towards the trees, I think.
Towards the trees, yeah. That's what we were thinking
That's
about.
where the monster is.
Yeah, there's probably like from where we usually were in the meadow where we could like see this darker patch of trees where it's like really dense there, and that's probably where a lot of the rumors come from. So we went into that area.
All right. Wait, so are you in the forest or in the meadow?
We're heading towards the forest from the meadow.
I would say we're right there, yeah. We're like right at the edge.
Right. Yeah. You look into the forest. You can hear the stream running through it. Can you see the stream?
I think we're going further away from it. Like we're going further into the forest.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you guys go through the forest, you hear something moving along behind you. What do?
Bramble shrieks and just like runs into the middle of the group.
I would say that Dewdrop almost looks ready to like bolt if need be, or kick if need be.
Don't you dare leave this baby and Grandma.
I said, maybe, maybe not. It's like in between. It's like gearing up to run or to kick.
Clover doesn't do anything. Clover continues to hop slowly towards the woods.
I think Nutmeg just kind of like looks back but doesn't see anything. Is just like, there, Bramble. It's just another mouse. And like keeps hopping, and like Bramble's just like huddled up right next to Nutmeg.
Okay, so Clover, you're at the back of the group.
I absolutely am.
You feel something come up behind you and kind of sniff at your fur.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What do you do?
Clover stops and just, like, slowly turns around. Like, not in the horror movie, like, sense of, like, someone realizes the monster's behind them, and if they move slowly enough, maybe they won't get jump scared. It's just, like, he just turns.
Alright. You turn around and you see a fox. You see Shift, the fox of the woods.
So we know him.
Oh, yes. Like, you've lived in this area for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
What is our relationship with this guy? Is he friendly? Do we have a truce with him?
Is he cool?
It's a fox.
Well, he could be like the fox from Peter Rabbit. Could be chill.
Do we have the relationship that, like, college students have with their weed dealer of, like... You're around here sometimes, and I can't say it makes me comfortable, but, like, it's alright. You provide a service.
This is... Alright. This is a fox. He is very obviously a predator.
I was about to
I
say.
would like, all of you to roll resist panic.
Oh no.
Oh, great. That's not good. I gotta panic.
Okay, how does this move work? When you expose yourself to dangers, roll plus steady. On a 10 plus, you're unshaken. On a 7 to 9, you manage to keep it together, but take 1 plus 1 panic. On a miss, take 1 panic as you cower, hesitate, or flee. The GM can offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. Okay.
I got on a miss, take a +1 panic, so I'm gonna say hesitating.
Yeah, both of mine got 7 to 9.
So,
You managed to keep it together, but take 1 plus 1 panic.
Clover got a 12.
Amazing.
So Clover just looks at the at the fox and just slowly blinks.
Shift looks down at you guys, and he's like, I wonder what a couple of rabbits could be doing in my forest right now.
Have you seen a little rabbit?
I told my friend to come out here, and he did. I didn't think he would do what I told him to say, and now he's lost, and I'm scared, and you're so scary, Mr. Fox.
Oh dear. So you've lost a little rabbit, have you? I wonder where this little one could be.
Did you eat him?
Did you
No,
eat
I haven't seen a little rabbit.
the little rabbit?
He's so slow. I love him.
I know I was about to say.
What exactly are you going to do to find this rabbit?
I'm gonna...
Oh my god,
Look.
you're just doing
God,
the
Riley.
Uru from Dark Crystal.
For
All I was thinking of is Sloth from Zootopia.
the rabbit.
Ugh.
Right?
I'm sorry, what? I don't even know what he said.
We are looking for the rabbit.
Yeah.
You're looking for the rabbit.
Nutmeg kind of like pulls Bramble behind her and is just like, well, we were just going to go look for Basil. Hopefully he's still alive. Bramble can still have his friend. And then we'll be right out of your area. We're so sorry for intruding.
Oh, it's no problem at all. I do hope your search goes well.
Don't
Perhaps I could be of any assistance?
be a dick.
Language,
Clover,
Riley.
Clover, there are children here. Cover your mouth. Thank you for your assistance, sir. I don't think we'll be needing it too much, but if you do see Basil around, maybe give him a head start.
I suppose. And he just kind of like sits and curls his tail around his feet.
Nutmeg kind of just like turns hesitantly, just like doing like a squint and turns away and like starts to hop away with Bramble.
Clover wants to like eye up this fox real quick.
Yeah?
Yeah. Clover
You're eyeing him up?
Clover doesn't trust Swift as far as Clover can throw him, which is, to be fair, relatively far. So I'm just gonna...
So, are you trying to do like a pay attention move?
Yeah,
or
I
are
think
you just...
so. I didn't want to just say the move I was doing. I want us to get into the process of narrating our character rather than just...
I liked it.
But
That's why I was
he's
asking.
definitely he's definitely looking the like, he hasn't moved this entire time. He's still just like in this boulder formation, just this pile of rabbit meat, just staring at this fox. Okay, that's an...
Yeah, so pay attention.
Yeah.
You can roll plus shrewd.
That's an 8, so I get to hold 1, and I'm gonna
Nice.
spend that hold to ask, are they telling the truth?
Yes, the fox is telling the truth. He does wish you good luck on finding this little rabbit.
Did he see the rabbit, though?
He has not seen the rabbit.
Okay.
You can tell by the way he is hungrily licking his lips that he has not seen this rabbit yet.
Oof.
Dewdrop is like 5 seconds away from booking it, so Dewdrop's going to slowly make his way toward after Nutmeg.
Don't do anything you'd regret, Swift.
It's Shift. Will hold...
I know.
And I'll take your word for it. I will hold to my word that I will not do anything I will regret.
Good. And Clover starts to just turn around and do the little hobble. Oh,
Shift follows at a distance.
Clover doesn't care. Clover made their stance clear and is now like I wanted to say rolling towards the trees, but that's not right.
I mean, Dewdrop might start fighting, possibly. I don't know. I don't want to because Dewdrop's an idiot. But that's also a possibility because Dewdrop's an idiot.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, I suppose. But I'm interested to see what will happen.
Clover's not moving again, and Clover is just staring at the fox and blinking slowly.
Shift kind of like eyes you up and down, and you get the feeling he doesn't really see you as a good meal right now. Like it's too much effort.
Nutmeg kind of looks back and sees that and like kind of rolls her eyes and hops back. Well, more like if a hop could be a hobble, that's what she does. But she hobbles/hops her way back, and she's like, "Look, Mr. Shift. It was Shift, right?
Shift.
It was Shift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shift.
Look, Mr. Shift, while we appreciate your assistance following us, I know why you're following us, and that's to eat us, but we're still alive and kicking, so I'm sure if one of us dies, you'll find us somewhere around. You can come back later." And I would like to roll Speak Plainly.
All right. Yeah, do you want to speak plainly? Do it.
I'm sorry, I just thought that it's like, you can come back later when we're dead.
Yeah.
Literally just over my dead body. I don't care what you do, I'll be dead.
Okay, so I rolled a 9. They do as you ask.
Nice.
Provided that you meet one of their demands now.
What does Shift demand right now?
What is Shift want?
Oh no. Oh no.
He has to demand something other than coming with us because that was the trade-off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Shift considers it, and he's like, all right, but I do suggest that you little rabbits head home before dark. It's rather dangerous in the forest. And he smiles and shows all of his teeth and turns around and seems to disappear into the forest.
All right, we've got a time limit.
Alrighty then. Oh wait, no, I need to do the voice. No, I have a voice.
What? A character.
He's really scary.
Alrighty then. Let's get to it.
Clover, Mr. Dewdrop, are neither of you too scared?
No.
You're really brave.
If I was scared, you wouldn't see me out here.
Bramble's just like shaking. Bramble is 1/4
So, yeah.
dead.
Oh no! Oh no!
I love when he put it that way. 1/4 dead.
It's true though! He's baby!
He has,
She baby!
1 out of 4 panic. Anyway, I think Nutmeg kind of just like gives like a little huff and like throws her nose up in the air after Shift and then hops around back to the front.
Sounds like it.
So you guys continue on deeper into the forest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nutmeg's kind of looking up at the sky every once in a while now that they have that time limit, and like keeps checking the sun to see where it's at.
As you're walking through, you hear a little voice go, "What ho? What's going on?" And what?
I'm sorry, that was just a really good voice.
It was. It really was.
You turn to see a hedgehog who you know is named Nettle. And she's coming up to you and sniffling with her little nose. And she's like, What are you guys doing in the forest here?"
Looking for a small rabbit. Have you seen one around besides this one? And Dewdrop jerks his head to gesture to Bramble.
Bramble like hops over quickly to the little hedgehog and like kind of leans close to the ground and sniffs tentatively.
I'd imagine that Nettle is probably almost the same size, maybe slightly smaller than Bramble.
I mean, Bramble is a runt, so Bramble's pretty small.
And if Bramble is almost newborn,
Yeah.
I'm assuming they'll like fit in the palm of your hand, Rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Nettle
Not the
is
same
like
size.
about the same size. Nettle's like, oh dear, this isn't good at all.
I love the voice so much.
Have you seen my friend? His name is Basil.
I haven't seen any other rabbits here. I've been looking around, foraging. It's not good. It's not good at all.
I can't. This voice sounds exactly like the groundhog from Hello Kitty.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
I'm trying to get the brown wizard from Lord of the Rings, or the Hobbit. Like,
I
you know
love
that
it.
little hedgehog that he takes care of? If he was put into that hedgehog,
Yeah,
that would be Nettle.
it's really good.
It is
I love
really
it.
good.
Nettle kind of scratches at her face, and she's like, I think you should go back home. Just leave them for dead. So many things are dying. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Oh dear.
What? What do you mean so many things are dying?
Oh, you don't know? I suppose I haven't told anyone yet.
Unhelpful. Sorry. I would just like to point out that Clover just blinks slowly.
Nettle's like, it's the bees. They're dying. I don't know why. I'm going into the forest. Gotta stock up food. Without the bees, there's no harvest.
Dang.
Nutmeg. Oh.
This got way more political than I thought. I get talking about how we're killing all the bees already. Dang.
Nutmeg pulls Bramble away and back into her, just like kind of does like a hug, kind of, and she's like, well, we won't be out here for long. We've got a bit of a time limit, seeing as after dark we'll probably be eaten by Shift. So we just need to find Basil, and we'll be out of here as soon as possible.
Oh, after dark? Yeah, there's much more scary things after dark. Much more than Shift. Shift doesn't bother me. He doesn't like me.
Probably because you're a bit spiky.
Spicy.
I said
Spicy hedgehog.
I said spiky, but okay.
I know.
Sonic is spicy. Nettle is spiky.
Can you tell we haven't talked to each other in a while?
Nettle's like, what? Why was the little rabbit in the forest in the first place?
Oh, I dared him to come out here because of the stories of the monster, and I'm
Monster?
bad.
What monster?
The one of the big silent creature that sounds like babies and kills people and things.
Oh dear, that's not a good one. That's not a good one at all.
I'm sorry, I love the voice so much. You're doing a good job, trust me, I love it.
It's a really good
That's
voice.
why-
I love it.
I know, that's why.
I'll be honest, that voice cracking is just happening by me trying to talk that high.
Is there a good kind of monster?
Oh, I don't suppose so. But if you're looking for that one in particular, I'd say you should head over towards the darker part of the forest. But you know that thing, it only comes out at night.
Well, thank you for your advice. We'll definitely keep that in mind. We don't plan to be out when the moon comes up.
Nettle nods, and she kind of she keeps mumbling to herself, but she kind of points in the direction. She's like, you should go that way. Definitely that way. You might find her there.
Thank you so much for your advice and assistance here. If you see Shift around, maybe, I don't know. He's a bitch.
Again.
Oh my god.
Okay, I feel like Dewdrop goes, didn't you just chastise us about language?
On the spectrum,
If you look down, she's like pulling Bramble into her chest, and like the fluff is just covering, and he's like struggling to get out. He
The
didn't hear
chicken,
anything.
resting over them.
Yeah,
on
he
the
didn't hear anything.
on the spectrum between like Peter Rabbit on one end and the Watership Down on the other one, we are we are edging ever closer to Watership Down, and I would like us to just be aware of that.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
Me neither.
It's a dark version of Peter Rabbit.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, I had other characters. You just decided to go into the forest first, so
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I've got cows and I've got other rabbits that were gonna come in, but those are all in the meadow.
I mean, you asked us why we were in the forest, so we
Yeah.
started
No,
in
yeah.
the forest. We might come back later.
Yeah, we'll see how it go.
Yeah.
Nutmeg kind of like just holds out her paw to like handshake. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys back at the warren, I suppose. I'd hope. Sure hope. And Nettle keeps muttering as she heads off into the leafy forest ground.
Great.
Oh, I love Nettle.
I know.
All right, so you guys have been directed kind of towards the area that you want to head to. You're going to follow that way, or?
Yeah, I believe that's a general plan.
I was gonna say that sounds like the best one.
How exactly are you planning on finding this rabbit? Are you like following any sort of clues, or are you just wandering?
I think we should be looking for like broken twigs or disturbed grass or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a tiny rabbit.
I know, yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
but we're looking
think-
for.
I think Nutmeg specifically is looking for like small holes in bushes that Basil would have gone through, and like little tufts of fur on sticks.
Also, we
Yeah.
have I'm sorry. What's the little rabbit's name again, Jamie?
Basil?
Bramble.
Or Bramble.
Bramble. We're looking for Basil, but like Bramble was like the one that dared Basil to go in, so Bramble probably has an idea of where they entered the forest and what direction they were headed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I roll pay attention?
Yeah.
Pay attention is shrewd. Oh, that's a 6.
I'm gonna help you out. I think Clover is also looking.
Okay.
So help/hinder. So I assume this would be rolling shrewd, because help/hinder, the stat that you use changes.
Yeah,
So it's up to the DM. Okay.
it would be shrewd.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I got a 7. So you get a
Nice.
+1, which gets you up to a middle success, and
Alright.
my fate is tied to yours. So we both have to suffer the consequences of the middle success, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hold 1, so I ask one of these. But here is the greatest danger to me. What will happen if I stay very still? Where can I flee to? Are they telling the truth? What do they wish I'd do? How do I get Basil back? Because we're kind of just like wandering at this point. We don't have a specific lead, so looking for something that can lead us in the right direction.
Yeah, okay. So you got a 7 to 9, right? On that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's really no consequence, honestly. How could I get Basil? Alright. So pay attention is done with a, sense. So, you have to name a sense, and then that's how your question goes.
Okay. So I think this is like the 5 senses, right?
Yeah, like sight,
yeah.
hearing, smell.
Yeah.
I'd assume
I think
you're
it's-
probably going for like hearing or smell.
I think probably smell. I think Nutmeg probably knows all the smells of the rabbits that she babysits.
Yeah. And Clover is helping you out too. So I
Yeah.
imagine Clover is like. He doesn't gesture. Like
Wiggles
also
your ears.
sniffing
It
a
can
little
gesture.
bit, like you get little ear twitches. And maybe he'll
Yeah.
nudge Nutmeg in a direction or something.
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah. I'd say, having gone this far into the forest, you are getting more along the line of where Basil has been recently, so you do catch on a little bit of his scent. And you're going to continue on towards it, I suppose.
Yeah.
To give me just a hot second as I recollect my thoughts and figure out what's about to happen next.
I think Bramble's like kind of watching Clover and Nutmeg, seeing them sniff the air, and like he's trying to sniff the air, but he doesn't get it. He's not that attuned to smells yet. So he's just like,
So he's just like moving his nose.
yeah. He's trying to look like he's doing the thing.
But he's
I
not.
definitely think Dewdrop is just looking around, not paying attention because again, Dewdrop is kind of an idiot, but just looking around.
So yeah, you guys have caught a scent of Basil's trail. However, it is kind of growing later in the day as you guys hop through the forest. And the trail seems to kind of dart back and forth a lot. What do you do? And you can always ask me questions, like,
Hey kid,
Yeah?
why did you dare your friend to go out in the first place?
We were seeing who could be the coolest. Like, who could eat more berries and who could jump over the biggest rock. And it kind of just got bigger and bigger until we kept daring each other to go closer to the forest. And I told him to go find the monster.
Alright, sounds legit.
Yep. This all checks out. This all seems about right.
Dewdrop isn't smart. He would do that.
Just like, yeah, okay. Dumb kid stuff. Alright.
No, like cool. The stuff you do when you're teenagers, like fun teenagers having fun, but like little kid stuff. Yeah, basically, because he's dumb.
Nutmeg Bramble kind of like keeps hopping forward and looking around and stuff and trying to do the sniffing, but Nutmeg kind of hops back a little bit to Clover and Dewdrop and it's just like, what do you think the monster is? Do you think it exists?
Yeah, I think it exists. I don't think tales like that come out of nowhere.
Probably.
Well, we best be out of here as quickly as possible. And she hops back up to the front with Bramble.
Oh, you could really tell that was not what Nutmeg was looking for. Just like, so this thing isn't real, right?
well, I was waiting to see if Clover would continue.
I know.
Because Clover speaks so slowly, I have to like pause and wait to figure out if he's gonna keep
I know, but
talking.
at the same time, I know. Yeah, it's like we gotta wait for a moment.
I'm sorry.
I like how every word out of Clover's mouth sounds like it's work.
It is.
So, as you're following the scent of Basil, you also scent.
Yeah,
Smell.
Smell.
Sniff.
Sniff.
Smell. You also smell a shift in the area as well.
That bastard.
That bastard.
The fiend.
Well, Clover's gonna keep looking for the little baby rabbit.
Just keep heading on forward.
Yeah, Clover did their standoff with the fox, and that's what they did. They're like, all right, and now they're moving on.
I think Nutmeg probably just like notices this but like keeps going, but I think Bramble probably sees like Nutmeg's ears twitch a bunch and Bramble is gonna start looking around a bit more than normal.
Yeah. Guys turn around a large tree and you see the fox kind of sniffing underneath some roots. And he hasn't really paid attention to you yet. He seems very focused.
Okay, I'm so glad you did that because I know this isn't technically a move, but I'm gonna fight.
Hell yeah. Kick him in the head.
Yeah, Dewdrop's an idiot. And
Dewdrop, no. Dewdrop, you dumb bastard! No!
I know. That's why.
Dewdrop, that's not what we out here to do.
Well, Dewdrop got a 13.
Okay, but like we're rabbits. We don't beat predators.
No,
we don't
but I have a
win.
move.
Yeah, Dewdrop has tooth and claw.
I
When you put up a fight,
guess.
roll plus strong.
So Dewdrop just what? Do you just run up and try to dig your teeth? What are you doing?
This fox is just minding his own business, and you just kick his ass out of nowhere.
I think. Well, okay, we're trying to find this kid, and you see.
Presumably Basil is under all those roots.
Yeah, that's what Dewdrop's gonna think is that the little bunny is underneath the roots, and so Dewdrop's gonna go and kick and like try to get his attention.
Man, we don't know that.
We don't, but Dewdrop's an idiot.
Dewdrop's running up and turning around and kicking with his hind feet.
Yeah, like trying to.
He's not exactly a kangaroo, so he can't run and kick forward.
No. Like when rabbits run and then they like jolt in and then kick and then trying to and like hopping around trying to get Shift's attention, but at the same time, like if it gets too close, nibbling the like feet, nibbling towards the ankles and stuff.
Okay.
Rabbits have really sharp really strong back claws, so he could just like jump up at Shift's face and just like do a kick as he jumps away.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, fair.
All right, roll it.
I did. I got a 13.
Yeah, it's
A
true.
13.
On a 10 plus, they
Alright.
take a scar if they don't flee. Shift's just gonna have like a dope, 3 claw marks across his eye now for forever.
Well, not his eye, because his face is buried into the ground right now. All you see is the back of him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But he is gonna yelp, pull out, and like jump back. Because he was not expecting that.
Bramble's gonna dart under all of the stuff where he was.
Clover doesn't
Shift
move.
kind of like
Oh, would that be
looks at it.
Bolt?
What?
Would that be Bolt?
Bolt? What do you mean?
When you run for it, roll plus Swift. And that is what Bramble's doing. Bramble is running under all of the roots.
You aren't running away.
That's true.
No, you can run forward.
Alright.
Shift kind of like looks at you and he's like, "My goodness, what are you rabbits doing?"
What are you seen? We're looking for the little baby rabbit.
Oh, how convenient. I'm looking for him too. And Shift kind of looks at, Nutmeg, or who ran forward?
Dude.
Bramble or Nutmeg?
Bramble is under all of the roots now.
Alright. Yeah, Shift kind of looks down at Bramble and he's like, "Well, he's not in there."
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I didn't find anything.
Maybe he's further in?
Maybe. Would you check for me, little rabbit?
Yeah! And he, hops under.
Yo.
Shift kind of walks back and places himself between Bramble and the rest of you.
Nutmeg squints.
Clover behaves like that person at the party that didn't recognize the subtext and just keeps moving towards Bramble. Just doesn't get it.
Dewdrop is definitely his ears up. He's at attention, ready to go.
Excuse me? Just squeezing by.
I can just imagine this huge rabbit just pushing his way past this fox, and it's amazing.
Yeah, just kind of just nudging the fox out of the way, just no fear.
Shift is very indignantly being pushed aside.
Okay, but this fox got scratched and kicked out by a rabbit, and then the
Oh yeah, he's not happy. In fact, you scratched his rear up, so that's why he's just kind of sitting down.
Dude, we might have to kill this fox. Like, straight up.
I can't believe Dewdrop started at the end of shift.
I don't know how we're gonna do it, because it's a fox.
I know. And we're bunnies, but
We're
yeah.
rabbits. There isn't even a common combat role.
I know! That's why I made it my special move.
Shift kind of looks up at the sky, and he's like, "Oh, well, would you look at the time? I suppose you rabbits should be going now, right?"
No.
No. No.
I have an idea. Nutmeg kind of hops forward and it's just like, yes, well, we'll be going in just a moment, but I'm very sorry about what my friend Dewdrop did to you. It wasn't in our place to do it, seeing as you are in a higher level than us, so to speak. And I was wondering if maybe I could just patch you up a little. You know, just...
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hold up, no. Shush. Nutmeg has a plan.
I'm not... Clover isn't saying anything. I'm saying this. No, dumb, bad.
Nutmeg has a plan.
I like that we're all just doing these dumb things as rabbits, except... Right.
Just as a show of respect, I'll patch you up a little bit. It should heal faster once I put some herbs on it.
I'm sorry, what is this?
I want to do the innovate move.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
When you do something unheard of, imagine what your actions would look like as a move. Say what triggers the move and roll. And Nutmeg wants to poison him.
Hey.
Yo! Yo!
Okay.
We're so...
I feel like... Okay, first of all, you need to roll Speak
Yes.
Plainly to
Okay,
convince him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my cheeks hurt from laughing so much.
Okay, that is an 8.
God. Alright. Alright. Yeah, he's like, alright, I suppose. You rabbits must be so nice. It's very kind of you. Would you perhaps consider coming back with me to my den? It would be much easier if I could just relax. It hurts so much to move, and it should be much better if I didn't have to worry about being out here in the night.
No. And I think this is the most expressive Clover's face has been. It's the most expressive Clover's face has been.
He's talked.
It's
know
the most,
it is.
like, it's the most indignant, like, what? Like, offended? Like, what kind
Nutmeg.
of game do you think we're playing? Like, what?
Nutmeg, like, glances back over at Clover and she's like, she gives, like, the look of just, like, shush, shush, I'm doing a thing. And she pats Shift's paw and it's just, of course, I wouldn't dream of making you suffer. I will come back with you, maybe Dewdrop will come with me. We'll make sure that Clover stays with Bramble to make sure Bramble is safe, and also possibly Basil.
Don't think that's
Oh, hush now,
go-
it's a very good idea.
a good idea.
I think it's great. Well, are you two going to follow along with me?
If Nutmeg says so, yes, I will.
Alright, we're splitting up.
You splitting up?
Yep, historically a good move.
Two of you are following Shift?
Yeah.
Alright, so Shift is going to lead Dewdrop and Nutmeg away, and Clover and Bramble are both at the tree.
Yeah.
We're looking for
So-
Basil still.
All right. So I'm gonna say you guys keep going into the forest. We'll go over to Shift, who leads you back away from the kind of like dark thicket of the forest.
This is a bad idea.
It's great. I love it.
It's probably very bad, but it might go well.
And you guys reach this this little den, which is like dug out from underneath some trees, like a foxhole. And Shift kind of like he kind of like gestures for you guys to go first.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Shut up, Riley.
Oh
You're
my
out of here.
gosh. This is a guy in a van stopping at like an elementary school and asking a kid to help him find his lost dog. Like, for real.
Okay.
I think along the way, Nutmeg has been picking up plants and like picking and choosing, trying to figure out like which ones would be the best to help him heal.
You better hope
Yeah,
that's a
and he lets you do
fast-acting
that.
poison. You better hope that is the fastest poison in the world. Or else I'm just never gonna get to see any of these characters again because you'll all be dead.
Do you guys go into the den?
I'll say.
Who goes first?
I think Nutmeg probably goes first.
Rip.
Nutmeg goes first?
I know, I was about to be like.
All right. Nutmeg, as you go in, and then Dewdrop follows after. Dewdrop, as you are kicking your way in, because it's not like a terribly large opening. Foxes are a little more wily than rabbits, but you guys,
We're smaller.
probably be about the same size if you're going into your warren.
Oh.
So one at a time. As you head in, Shift moves and gets a firm, teethy grab on one of your back legs.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, I
Dude.
And he pulls you back and grabs you and kind of holds you down with a paw.
knew. Okay.
Are you going to try and struggle, or...
Yeah. Who do you think Dewdrop is?
A dumbass.
Yes, exactly. I decided
Yes.
once I saw that Clover and Nutmeg were the smart ones, I decided no, Dewdrop is going
Roll
to be
plus strong.
dumbass, which is Dewdrop's good thing.
Yes.
So that's an 8.
8.
You can roll free if you're willing to take a scar. I am so willing.
Or you can take Panic 1 for 1 to increase your roll. So you can go take 2 Panic to make it a 10 plus.
No, that'd be too close.
No?
Nah, I'll take a scar.
All right.
I will. I am so. Give Dewdrop a cool scar besides the ear.
All right. When you gain a scar, you must pick one basic or character move that you can no longer make,
Okay. Okay.
based off the nature of the wound. So, I'd say this is on your rear end.
Mm-hmm.
So, probably not something regarding to speak plainly or pay attention.
An eye
Probably
for an
either
eye.
bolt-
A butt for a butt.
Yeah, so not a special move,
Yeah,
but a basic move or a character move.
I think. I think sneak.
Sneak?
I'm going to say
All right.
no sneak, and I'm gonna.
Just cross it
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna like cross it out because.
Alt Shift 5.
I'm just gonna delete it from mine.
I mean,
But
yeah, I guess
yeah,
so.
I'm like.
It's not like you're getting it back, it's a scar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But you do manage to struggle free without taking any panic.
Aha!
Nutmeg looks back after entering the cave, holding like all of these plants in one of her paws, and she's like, "Oh, Shift, is that any way to treat your guest? It's almost like you don't want to be healed."
Oh yeah, also Nutmeg, I want you to resist panic.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how cool you are real quick.
As you are trapped inside of this fox's den.
That is a 10.
Damn.
All right, you're fine. Which is why you're speaking so well. All right. Shift is like, oh, I'll get to you in just a moment. But this one hurts a lot.
Well, I said you already got him back for what he did to you. To your ass.
Both the figurative and literal.
I know, yeah.
So if you'll just come over here, and she, like, pats the ground next to her, and she's like, you'll just come over here and I'll apply this. I'll need you to eat one of these. It'll help you heal faster for a little remedy.
Oh, sure. Give me just a moment. I'm a little peckish right now.
Is he gonna go again?
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
Gotta go
What
for you
is
again.
wrong with you?
I know.
And this time, I'm not gonna say he really, like, holds you down. He's just gonna straight up, like, attack you.
Yeah,
I want to do that, but I
Um,
don't know if it's innovate again. But, I mean, yeah, I guess this might be innovate. Because there isn't really an attack move, but I'm not trying to attack either. But should I just explain what I'm trying to get Nutmeg to do?
Yes, explain first, then we'll decide if it's a move.
While Shift is, like, leaning down to take a chomp out of Dewdrop, Nutmeg's just gonna, like, rush forward and shove all of the herbs into his mouth, like, down his throat.
Sleight of
Ah.
hand.
All right. In that case, I think that would still be innovate to combine, the possibility of actually getting poisonous.
Yeah, I think she
Plants.
did. She probably
And
got,
then-
like, a bunch of different things just to, like, create a lot
Yeah.
of different effects, like,
And then actually pulling it off. So I
Yeah.
think that would still be innovate.
yeah. Probably, like, hemlock and poison ivy and hogsmeade and all that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
A cyanide pill you found on the ground.
What am I adding to this? Because it says basically make your own move. Strong or swift?
Imagine what your actions would look like at his move. So I think that would be swift.
Swift. Okay.
Because you're trying to do this, like, really quick action involving
Yeah.
your
Mhm.
face, your hands, I don't know.
Okay. That is a 9. So I feel like she probably gets it in, but I feel like he closes his mouth on her arm and she's gonna lose an arm.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Either he's gonna,
Um,
like, chomp down and just bite it all off, or, like, kind of chomp down on the edge of it, so, like, it crushes her arm bones, but she's able to pull away. But either one.
Yeah, what would we call this? Carrie? So for listeners, innovate. When you do something unheard of, imagine what your actions would look like as a move. Say what triggers the move and roll. On a 7+, the move becomes a special move for the remainder of the game and the roll stands. Which basically means whatever Nutmeg actually tried to do is now something that Nutmeg can do repeatedly as a move.
Poison.
Nutmeg, use poison.
Cram some poison down a mouth.
However, I don't think it would be so much poison as carrying objects
yeah,
in
that's
your
probably.
paws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah, maybe Carrie.
I'm gonna call it opposable thumbs.
You
Oh,
can
you already got it.
use your foots. You can use your feetsies.
But yeah, what did you roll? A 9?
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
A 9. So yeah, your move still stands. You managed to shove all these into Shift's mouth, which definitely surprises him enough to kind of like fall backwards.
I think she's trying specifically to, like, shove it as far down his mouth as she can so that she can...
Oh yeah.
So that he won't...
Some of those definitely get swallowed. Maybe
Yeah.
not all of them, but he is definitely like
Yeah.
He's, like, struggling for breath as these things are caught in his throat.
Even if the poison ivy doesn't get down, he's gonna have some bad stuff in his mouth.
He's been poisoned.
Yeah. And you decided that your arm would get caught?
Yeah. She's probably gonna lose her arm in some way. Either it's completely gone or it's just crushed.
I want you to roll struggle. Like,
Okay.
his mouth closes, and he just kind of closes down.
Crunchity
Yeah.
munchity.
Oh no.
A chumpy boy.
Oh no, guys.
Oh,
That's a 4.
crunchity munchity, there goes her arm.
Well, it's a good thing you have a spare character.
You said nutmeg wasn't
Alright.
continuing.
I can't escape, and I take a scar. What am I gonna lose?
All right, so get rid of a move. Make sure you make track of which one is losing that move. Because, the other one will still be able to do it.
I feel like she could still run, because she's got her back legs.
I mean, you need all 4 to move at a good pace.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I
that's
think
what I was-
losing
yeah.
Bolt
That's
is
what I was
probably
thinking.
the best. Yeah,
That's
it's
what
one
I
of
was
your 4
thinking.
legs, my guy.
Yeah, like,
She's gonna... Oop, wrong one. She's gonna lose Bolt.
Nutmeg, you're still in Shift's mouth, which Shift, you can tell he's like, he really wants to cough, but he's also really pissed.
We're both just, like, in pain, but glaring at each other.
Yeah, he's kind of like pulling back.
Does that free up...
It's almost
Dewdrop?
like this was a bad idea.
Oh yeah, Dewdrop, you obviously aren't in his mouth.
so, can I kick again? This time just kick the face.
Yeah, you can do your attack.
Kicking time.
What'd you get?
Okay, so I got
Oh no.
I got a 5, but when I do my thing, it doesn't give me a negative. It just says, like, it doesn't give me what
Oh,
happens
yeah, it
if I
doesn't.
fail.
Yeah, that just means the GM gets to make a move as hard as they want.
Yeah. On a 7 to 9, you both take a scar if you don't flee.
Yeah.
So I assume you'd take another scar.
And since I'm kicking again, now I'll take
Ugh.
Bolt.
Yep. So you run up and try to kick the fox, and the fox, with his mouth still on Nutmeg's arm, swipes at you with his claws. And now, Shift is going to try pulling Nutmeg back into his den.
Ugh. Nutmeg's gonna try and struggle by, like, she's gonna try and not bite his nose and, like, pull her arm free. Yeah.
Struggle's still a move, yeah.
See, that is plus strong. Oof. That is a 7.
Alright, you can wiggle free if you're willing to take a scar, or you can take +2 panic to try and raise that.
Yeah, I think. 7, 8, 9. Shit. Ooh, I would need to take 3 panic.
I mean,
You got a 7,
Yeah,
8, 9, 10. You're right, that would be 3.
I could.
Good.
your arm is being bitten by a fox.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. She's at 4 out of 6 now.
But you do manage to wiggle free.
Yeah. And she is gonna run. She cannot bolt, but she's gonna run.
I know, I
Yeah.
was gonna say neither of
I'll
them
say the
people.
fox,
Yeah, I don't know if
like,
you can
as
follow.
you struggle, you manage to jam some more of the, like, herbs down farther into his throat, which does cause him to start coughing, and he lets you go as he tries to, like, dig these out of his throat. So yeah, you run out of his den.
Yeah, we're running back.
Dumbass.
This is about exactly how I expected it to go. Back to Clover and Bramble.
Yeah, back to Clover and Bramble.
Frankly, I am shocked that you survived. You didn't deserve to live.
What do you guys do, Clover and Bramble, as your friends just left?
I mean, we were digging under the root. No, we weren't. We were.
Yeah, Bramble's already under.
Yeah, we were looking under the roots for basil, I believe.
Yeah. And Bramble, I believe, wanted to make a move to pay attention and see where
Yeah.
Basil might have run.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Bramble, you roll so much better than your grandma. I'm
It's tough out
adding...
here for a kid in the streets.
That is a 9.
9.
I
Nice.
hold 1. Where can I flee to? So he's like thinking like, if I was Basil, where would I go?
All right. Having dug yourself underneath this root, you're getting the feeling like this isn't the kind of place that he would have hidden. So, as you climb out and look around, you use your tiny little rabbit nose to kind of sniff around and...
He's learning!
Do you call out Basil's name or anything?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're still calling out his name.
Basil! Basil, it's Bramble!
Yeah, and as you're calling out his name...
Basil.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
I instantly got distracted and forgot everything. Oh my gosh, just the image of this fat rabbit just lifting his head and yelling Basil like he's Eeyore.
Yes! Behold him!
Okay, yeah, you don't... Basil doesn't call out back to you, but you do manage to follow his trail. And Shift was getting close. Basil had been underneath those roots before, but now he's moved underneath another tree. And you find this tree, and his scent is really strong around it, so you're pretty sure he's underneath this tree. But he's not responding to you.
Bramble, like, starts hopping up and down, and his little tiny ears are, like, quivering a lot, and his nose is twitching. He's like, Clover! Clover! I think he's here! I think Basil's here! Clover!
Okay.
We're waiting to see if Clover will say anything.
And Clover, ambulates in the general direction of Bramble.
Bramble dashes over to the tree and starts, like, frantically looking for Basil.
Yeah, and as you look around, you find a small patch of overturned dirt up against one of the roots.
Oh no.
He was digging. Bramble's gonna, like, sniff around that, try to find where you think, like, a dig spot would be, and, like, I think he probably was digging. That's probably what Bramble thinks, and is gonna start digging a hole where he thinks Basil was digging.
You dig there? Use your special move, dig.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking like this now.
We're excited. Special boy.
It's a baby. I gotta talk like this for a baby.
Baby!
Clover is also gonna dig, so I will help or hinder Bramble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will help, obviously. I'm not doing
Roll
the...
plus strong.
Oh, I got a 10 anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Well.
I'm
On a 10 plus, you gotta try to simple burrow or otherwise quickly shift some dirt. Well,
Yeah.
if it was just Bramble digging,
That's true.
I
it
was
wouldn't be
gonna
much.
say that you would have uncovered the tiny little hindquarters of your friend. But with Clover digging, you dig this tiny little baby straight out of the ground. And he is alive. Very frightened. But he is alive.
Oh. Bramble, like, tentatively sniffs and, like, nuzzles into Basil.
Basil is forcibly removed from the dirt.
Oh. Good.
Basil's just like whimpering. It's like, it's so scary out here.
I'm so sorry, Basil. I'm sorry I told you to come out here. And I'm sorry that our game got too big. And I'll never do it again. I promise. I'm sorry. Do you still love me?
I love you, Bramble.
I love you too, Basil.
We should head back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about this time, it's like really it's getting dark. Like it's
Yeah.
dusk.
For sure.
And I'd say, Dewdrop and Nutmeg catch up to you guys.
Yeah. Nutmeg is limping. Her entire left arm is just like bloodied.
Back legs are fucked up.
Nutmeg puts on a good face though, and she's like, well, I say that went well.
Basil sees you too and is like, oh, did you guys fight off Shift? Did you fight off the fox? I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit of nettle in there.
We certainly did. And as soon as we get back, I'll tell you the thrilling story of how we fought off the fox.
Let's get out of here.
Nutmeg kind of like shoos Basil and Bramble out of the hole and towards home.
Yeah. You guys start to head back through the forest. And as night falls, and the air grows colder, and it becomes more windy, you hear, faintly, the sound of crying.
Yeah, this was what I was waiting for.
Same too.
Fantastic.
And Basil immediately freaks out. Like, Basil is like, it's here!
Oh yeah. Bramble is also freaking out.
I would like to use Clover's special move.
Bramble, I would like you to roll to resist panic.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Because you are, like, the only one that really believes in this.
I was gonna use Not Scared of You.
Ooh.
What does that do anyway?
When you take this move, hold 1. When you encounter a predator, you may spend your hold to say how you've bested this type of predator before. You no longer have to resist panic when you deal with this type of predator.
I think, with Riley doing Not Scared of You move, like, I rolled a 10, so I think Bramble sees Clover looking, like, unfazed by the sound, and he's just like, You're not afraid? Then I won't be afraid either.
It's just a dumb bird.
It's a bird?
And Clover nods.
Basil is a bird.
Basil is like, it can't be a bird. It's the size of 3 rabbits. Why do I keep going to nettle? Damn it.
So yeah,
I just can't do high-pitched voices anymore.
Maybe it's a big bird.
But Clover has not told anyone, because no one has asked, is that Clover has met this owl before. And
This owl.
this owl before, yeah. And it says I have to describe how I've bested this predator.
Yeah.
Um,
That doesn't mean, like, you defeated it. It could be how you hid from it.
like, I like the knee-jerk reaction is just to say, "Oh, well, he kicked its ass," but you know that's not it. Like that's not what it is.
Clover isn't an idiot like Dewdrop.
Yeah. So
Can I give a suggestion?
yeah.
Clover's too big.
The owl tried to pick him up.
I actually really like the idea of the owl trying. So, like, oh my god, Clover has like little patches of fur that just like no one understands why they're shorter than the rest.
I just got another idea too, going along with that. Just like Clover at one point in the middle of the night was just like kind of sitting down on the dirt, kind of like laying there. This owl comes down, tries to grab him, and as soon as he gets close, like Clover just kind of sits up, like gets to his full height and like looks up at the owl, and the owl going too fast can't slow down and just like barrels into him and like bumps into him and flies over and skids into the dirt.
Yes.
And then does that awkward, like, owl hop away.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. And so
And That's why he thinks it's a dumb bird.
I mean, owls are
That's
known
fair.
as like symbols of wisdom, but they're really, really not smart.
They're pretty dumb.
I mean, though, to be fair, we're playing rabbits, so, we're obviously not
Yeah.
getting too into it. But, yeah, just like, Clover just starts to dig calmly. It's just like, everybody in.
All right, roll dig.
Heck yeah.
Can everyone help?
I was gonna say, yeah.
I think we would all help.
If people want to dig their own hole, I don't know if... Because dig isn't like a full dig out for everyone. You aren't digging a warren, you're just digging out yourself.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
okay.
like Clover could dig a big thing, though.
He scratches out a simple burrow, so I think there's at least room for the two little rabbits to go in.
Yeah, because 7 to 9 is just for yourself. But like,
No, he got
Yeah.
he got an 11.
I don't think you could do one for everyone though. So maybe
No,
the kids.
yeah, that's what I was saying. He makes a hole big enough for the little rabbits to go in, and then he just kind of lays down on top of it.
Amazing. I love
Okay,
it.
so then I'd say,
Yeah, Nutmeg and Brabble, do your digging.
yeah, and Dewdrop do digging, yeah.
Uh,
Well, this one is strong. Okay, he's good. He's good. This is strong. That's an 8.
Nice.
yeah, no. Nutmeg rolled a 5 and is also injured, so...
Oh no.
Yeah. On a 7 to 9, you choose one, Reese.
I'd say in a moment of like, Dewdrop believes in it, but not in the way that like Bramble did or Basil did. So believes in it enough to like get one for sure safety. So I think, I honestly think Dewdrop would only do big enough to squeeze yourself into.
All right. So, Nutmeg.
I think Nutmeg just hops over to Clover and, like, nuzzles her good arm into Clover, trying to look as small as possible.
That's not enough.
Go
Yeah, I know.
I know.
away,
Jeez.
Damn.
dumb bird.
Go away, dumb bird. I thought you were gonna say dumb rabbit, like he's being dumb.
No,
bird.
he likes nutmeg.
Well, to be fair, Nutmeg is giving away your position by just kind of sitting out there on the
No,
top.
he knows. He is just making himself a boulder, and he is hoping that if that owl swoops down, that he can just crush it with his sheer weight. He's like, this thing bounced off of me before, and I will have it bounce off of me again.
Yeah. So yeah, you hear that cry again, much louder this time, and Nutmeg, you feel a swift wind pass over you as you are picked up off the ground.
Nope. Can I body check the owl?
Oh, that would be innovate for sure.
Oh man.
Just I don't want to hurt it because I don't have the combat move, but I do want to just
If you want to leap at it to try and knock it out of the air, I will call that an innovate.
yeah, a move to represent moving something with your weight,
Yep.
or
Body slamming.
forcibly
Headbutting.
yeah, forcibly forcing a change of direction or location.
Yeah. Roll it. Roll innovate.
And this is plus nothing or plus strength.
I'd say plus strength. It's normally, because it's
Yeah.
going to be a move, it's whatever you would add to the move.
7.
7. Well, it works. Enough. What do we want to call this? Body check? I
I
like
was
body.
gonna say, please do body check. We are
All right.
rabbits, and we're somehow, this is the most combat thing we've ever experienced in one session, and we are rabbits.
It's because everything's out to eat us.
I'm going to treat it similar to Reese's Tooth and Claw. where you both are going to take a scar
Okay.
because you did a mixed success.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a scar?
No, the bird,
Oh, okay.
the owl.
And Clover.
Whose name is Russell.
Oh,
Clover is also going to take a scar. Is that right?
Yeah, Clover and Russell are going to take scars.
Oh, you know what it is? I lose access to pay attention because one of the claws gets my eye.
Oh,
no.
damn. We got 2 legs messed up and an eye.
That's nice, though. Yeah, I'll say you do manage to knock the bird down. And I was gonna make Nutmeg roll struggle, but I think that does it.
Yeah.
I need a... Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, just an eye gone.
And Russell loses a move, I guess.
Or should I have lost Speak Plainly and he just doesn't talk anymore? Would that be better?
No.
Nah,
No.
I love his voice.
Okay, I'm glad. Thank you.
The bird kind of, struggles up to its feet. What do you guys do?
Leave. Or I'll crush your tiny bones.
Is that a speak plainly?
I think that would be.
It can be. I don't know if
Can
it's
be.
an empty threat or not, but it's what he's going for.
I mean, yeah.
Nah, I'll say you can do it. You did just body check him into the ground.
And it's plus shrewd? Okay, so +0.
What'd you get?
5?
Oh no.
Nope.
Can I
Not gonna do
help
it.
out? Can I help?
Still not gonna
No,
help.
because a +1
Get
only
one
gets me
more.
up to a 6, no matter what I fail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the owl's gonna Russell is gonna tear at Nutmeg with its beak. It says tear at your ears.
No.
I'd say resist panic.
Oh God, please.
Or actually, do your move in reaction to this. What do you do first? And then I'll say,
I mean, I probably struggle because I can't bolt anymore.
well, you aren't stuck,
Um.
so you can't really struggle.
Yeah, and sneak isn't really gonna do much because I'm in the middle of the open. So I feel like Nutmeg is going to say, "Go away."
That is the most old lady thing I have ever heard, and I love it.
All right. I assume you're speaking plainly?
Yes, that's an 11.
Nice.
NPCs do as you ask, given the proper assurances.
Yes. I would also like you to resist panic, though.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Also steady. Okay, that's a 10.
All right. So you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you managed to convince this bird that you guys are not the trouble.
I mean,
Um,
Clover has ruined this owl's day twice now.
Yeah.
I think as Russell is coming towards her with its beak open and wings out to steady itself and make itself look bigger, she just as she's standing up to say this thing, she just smacks him in the face.
Like a grandma. Don't.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
and that's why he's I don't know if I want this. She's just having none of it. She's her body's in shock from her arm being gone now. And she's just no, don't want this.
That's amazing. Yeah, and it flies off. All right. You know what this means?
What?
Reading the book, it says, all chapters come to an end. You'll know it's a good time to end a chapter when you can finish the following phrase, and that's how blank. So, I would like to...
Should we get back to the meadow first?
Yeah.
No, don't have to.
Nah.
I mean, like, there's nothing left to stop us, so I presume, like...
Yeah.
That's true.
Chapters start in the middle of the action and end, like, when it feels completed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, and that's how you solved the mystery of the beast in the forest and freaking killed a fox. Oh, and you saved the baby, but whatever.
Hey Mark Experience listeners, it's end credits time. I know you love hearing this part, but I like to remind you guys that you can find us on Tumblr, Instagram, and even TikTok. And if you like to buy the music, you can buy it all at markexperience.bandcamp.com. We also have a constantly growing collection of merch at redbubble.com/people/mark-experience, where you can buy posters and shirts and stickers and all that. If you want to support your favorite editor and musician, you can head over to my Ko-fi account at ko-fi.com/Jamie Remy. That's spelled JAMIEREMY. Mark Experience can be located basically anywhere podcasts exist now, so you can listen wherever's easiest. See you next episode!